think you're just supposed to click it. Anything happening? Hi guys, welcome to Emmarie Lane, where my goal is to find you the best beauty products for the best prices. And today we're going to be testing out the brand new e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer Pen. And I don't want to waste any more time, so I'm just going to dig into this. If I can get it open. So this pen retails for $5. It comes in only 12 shades, which kind of bums me out just a little bit. I feel like they could have done more. Wasn't certain on what shade to get because this is supposed to be like slightly color correcting as well. And I prefer a color corrector that's like yellow, and the two that were in my shade were both like peachy. So we're just gonna go with it. I got it in the shade Light 23C. I think you're just supposed to click it. Anything happening? Oh, there we go. Something's coming out. There we go. It's a nice soft brush. It's kind of big though. Like, and it's like very straight up. Actually, it kind of fans out the tiniest bit. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to have one eye with color corrector underneath and one eye without, so we can see it's like color correcting brightening power. And like I said, even though I have both blue and purple undertones underneath my eyes, it seems like yellow helps a little bit more. So I'm curious to see like how far the peachy undertones can carry. But we're gonna do no color corrector on the right and color corrector on the left. I'm just gonna start off by applying this, see what it feels like. Oh, and while I'm blending this out and stuff, I'll explain like all of the things that it claims the concealer can do. Just gonna apply. Ooh. Okay, so when I apply my concealer, I like to apply it like right here and kind of go up into my inner corner just a little bit, because I do definitely have like some purple and blue tones underneath, and I always stop about here where the blue and purple tones stop. So I'm just gonna use my finger to blend it out because it suggests using either your finger or a concealer brush, and out of those two, I definitely prefer my finger. So we're just gonna go in. Luminosity is one click away. Create a brightened, flawless complexion with a flick of a pen. Use the buildable brightening concealer to highlight all over face. This luxurious, lightweight formula brightens and highlights your key features. Infused with hyaluronic acid and vitamin C, this formula works to conceal uneven skin tone. Okay, that did a pretty decent job. It did better than I thought it would. So definitely not bad so far, especially because I didn't use a ton, because I always like to like start off with a little and add more if I need it, especially when I'm not using a color corrector. There's still definitely my purple tone showing through, but it is doing a good job getting rid of the blue tones. It feels really lightweight. I really can't feel it that much. It's not heavy at all. I think I'm gonna try to go in just like right in the corner with a little bit more and see if I can build it up, because it says it's buildable and it promises a flawless look, and so that means no like really dark colors. So see, I'm not quite going out as far as I did before. Gonna blend that out. Okay, that helps some more for sure. I would say it looks like it's creasing a little tiny bit now that I've applied another layer right underneath my waterline. But it's nothing too awful. That does want to definitely make me apply powder, and I wasn't sure if I would need to or not. But if it's creasing a little bit already, I don't want it to move anymore. And I figured with concealer, most likely you know whether you need to like powder under your eyes or not, and so I'm not going to worry about like testing the difference between the two, because man, I know within a few hours if I should have like powdered underneath my eyes. So I'm just gonna take some of this yellow color corrector that I have with this little brush, just get the littlest tiniest bit. So I always let my color corrector sit for a second and then I blend it out, so I'll be right back. Okay, I went ahead and blended out my color corrector, and then I also added some powder under this eye while I was waiting for this to set. So we're ready for this again. Maybe I need to shake it again. I'm having a little bit of a hard time getting it out. Oh, there we go. I just need to shake it. Make sure you shake it if you wait a second between eyes. I don't know why you'd wait a second unless you were doing what like I'm doing, but if you are. Okay, blending out with the finger. Sometimes I also like to use concealer to kind of clean up edges of my eyeshadow if I go a little too crazy. And I didn't really today, but like just from what I can tell, it seems like it would do a good job helping you out with that if that was something you needed. Okay, I think we're all blended out. As you can see, the color corrector definitely helped out this eye. This eye is actually a little bit darker than this eye. I think that has to be genetics, and that's why I choose to use the color corrector on this side so I can get a little bit more help. And it's like right here that it's darker. I don't get it, but it is. But overall, I feel like the color corrector was necessary for me because I have both those colors underneath my eyes. I think if you just had blue tones and you got like the peach undertone one, it would work a lot better for your situation, but my skin likes to be unique. Actually, I don't know how common it is for like someone to have both blue and purple undertones be like really prominent. Like, do you deal with that too, or is that just me? I'm not gonna forget to set this side. I don't really feel like I need to add another layer of concealer on the side with color corrector. I feel like together, that was good enough. So I'm gonna put on the rest of my makeup and then I'll show you a nice, really close-up shot. Okay, makeup is all done and this is what we're looking like. I like it so far, especially for like an everyday type of concealer. I think this would work really well. Like I said, it feels really comfortable. It doesn't really feel like I have concealer on. Now that I blended it out a little bit more, added powder on top of it, it looks, you know, not absolutely flawless, high coverage, runway model type look, but like everyday nice look. So now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go about my day. Currently 12:57. Definitely getting a later start than I wanted to, but you know what? We'll just do a 12-hour wear test. It'll be fine. But I'm gonna go about my day, do check-ins kind of periodically, and like always, I'll make sure to do a check-in outside, and it's not snowing this week. It's actually like 55 degrees and sunny, so it'll be a lot better than last week. And yeah, I'll see you in a sec. Okay, it's been about 3 hours since I put on the makeup. Want to do the check-in outside. You can see it in natural lighting. This is what both sides look like. Remember, this is the side without color corrector and this is the side with. And honestly, it seems like they look the same to me now. I don't understand. And you can't really tell that much of a difference between the color corrected side and the non-color corrector side now, to me at least, in person. On camera it might look a little bit different, but nothing's ever felt heavy. It doesn't seem like it's creasing at all. It does seem like it's fading the tiniest bit, which is kind of a bummer, but nothing awful yet. But so far, I really like it. I will check in probably another 3 or 4 hours and let you know how things are going. Okay, so it is 9:27 right now. It's been a little bit over 5 hours since I did my last check-in. Meant to do it earlier, it didn't happen. It's freezing, just in case you're curious. I'm cold. I just said it's freezing when I said it was 55 earlier. Anyway, it gets cold at night. Okay, focus. Concealer. Things are starting to fade a little bit, more so on this side. You can like see a little bit more under eye darkness on the side. We've made both. Trying to look kind of sad, but they don't look dry at all, which is good. My under eyes dry out so flipping easy. It's not even funny. So at least there's that. When I was setting my face today with setting spray, I made sure not to like spray my eyes. I kind of like covered them up like this while I was spraying my face. So that way I wasn't giving it like too much of an advantage. So it's been like 9.5 hours and it's just barely started looking like this. So like all things considered, it's holding up pretty well so far. I'm gonna do one more check-in 12 hours after I applied it. So like 12:57 or 47 or whenever I applied it. And so I'll see you in just a second. Okay, it's the end of the day. Well, it's a little bit past the end of the day. It's been almost exactly 12 hours, which means, you know, it's the next day basically. And this is what we're looking like. From a distance, honestly, it doesn't look that bad, at least when I'm looking at the viewfinder, but like up close when I like look in a mirror, I'm like, it's kind of like faded and like has separated slightly. Nothing horrible. I've had concealers do so much worse. If you're looking for a more natural, like slap it on real quick, blend it out real fast, feel super comfortable concealer, and this is in your shade range, go for it. You could also try, e.l.f. has a like under eye primer that kind of helps the longevity. This might help too. I didn't want to mess with that in this tryout video because I was already doing the color corrector stuff and I wanted it to be yellow tone and not more peachy. But like if you tried like an under eye primer with it and then maybe a more hydrating setting powder, so there's like 0 chance if you have dry under eyes that you will have like any dryness at all. It's $5. It's not for everyone, but for the people that it is for, I think you'll like it a lot. If you want to see a battle between the new L'Oreal Air Volume Mascara and the classic Lash Paradise Mascara, you can click right here. I love you guys so much and don't ever forget that you are enough. Bye!